Hi, this is not a game devlog, and this is Tiny Auto Nights, the demo. The devs reached out to me with a preview of the demo. I think it will come out in about a week, so you can already wishlist it on Steam. It's especially made for fans of Super Auto pets, which I am. So let's jump in. So give it a wishlist. The developers are called Mumpets Games. This is their logo. I have played some rounds, but have not got a 10-piece yet. I think the meta is summons, but there's more pets. So let me quickly explain the game. So this is basically our team. It's a 3x3 squad, which you can see that in the battle it runs, well, the positions matter. We start out by having only one slot where we can buy onto, and it costs 3 gold to unlock more slots. This is the shop. And then this is our pack, and then every 2 turns I think the rarity odds change, so we get more chances of better knights in the shop, and also the prices of these rarities change. So these first ones are 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold, 4 gold, etc. And here we can re-roll. We start each turn with 10 gold. We need 10 wins, 5 hearts. That stuff is all very familiar, I think. Also, Super Auto Gaming made a video already on this, so I'll link that as well. And he went for the summon build, and I tried to do some other builds, but I think summon is indeed the strongest. So I think we are going to search for the early summon builds, which is the slug, which when it dies summons a toadstool. So we buy that like this. I'm already going to unlock another slot, and we also have the brawler, which is the early summon support, but 2 slugs, I think it's better. So maybe just, yeah, not sure yet. Unlock this. So we have 3 spots. Our opponent just bought 3 pets already, so or knights. I'm sorry, maybe I will confuse. I'll try my best to get the terminology correct here. I don't think we are going to win this early battle. One thing I do like is you can set the shop speed animation, and most of the stuff seems to be controllable with keyboard, although I'm not sure how I can buy this with keyboard. So this is me trying out whether the arrows work. They don't. But I think these small quality of life stuff are going to help a lot, and I think there will be many more knights in the game, if you can see the pack builder, and many will be only dropped on release. So let's buy the brawler, buy more slug. I think we combine this, so we can also combine and level up.
Don't call me slow.
And of course you can put it anywhere you want, so that's a bit of strategy I still have to figure out, and I'm not the quickest one with this. I was really overwhelmed the first couple of games, and even I am still. So maybe, yeah, I still have to figure out what's nice. I think, of course, putting it in the back will keep it alive longer, but also you basically just do no attacks for this run. So if you see that rows become empty in the fight, then you get just free damage if you have something in the row and your opponent doesn't, because then you will attack. I don't know how it's decided, but diagonally basically. And there's another slug. I think I'm going to unlock one more because we get a little buff here. So we have 3 slugs. Roll. And next turn I will do a level up, and you'll see what happens then. Oh, I could have bought this now. Still, I'm going for all slugs. Play against Hirsch, level 8. So there is also matchmaking. Not sure if it's 1v1 or not. But you only unlock it when you are level 5. So you have to win or just do some of these asynchronous runs before you can get there. So we finally get our first win. This is my second recording, so maybe I'm saying things twice or 0 times in this run, in this recording. Because I got a 0 wins run, so I decided to go again. So now I can combine here, and look at that, the art changes, which I really like, but you can also choose a level up reward. and re-roll it. And there's different levels. So because we are on turn, I don't know, but we have the uncommon rewards as well. So this gives freezing. So there are many buffs and debuffs you can give to knights. 1 gold is a little too... Okay, then maybe I do take the gold, because I'm not that interested in attack. I think health is way more valuable, but maybe not so much for our build here. But I do really like the art that changes. So maybe I'm still... So they have the level 3 slug already. I do want to buy this. I think I need to unlock anyway. And that gives us 1 more attack. And here's the 3rd one. So now we can combine. Do we level up now? Doesn't really matter, but we have the space. And more slugs. So that's also nice. So I think I am going to combine here. Maybe just more summons. So level up here. Maybe take the gold. So that's a new direction. Take the slug.
Don't call me slow.
Maybe run it like this. You can also still buy this, or just do this. Of course, now we block the shop, so that's freeze rolling in Superauto terms. So this skeleton quickly gets rid of a lot of my knights. What do they have in the back? A scaler. But I don't think we are winning this. No, not even close. So let's combine here. Bring this in. And slime is our tier, or our uncommon level 2 summon pet. So we definitely want to take that. And then combine, well, maybe not combine this, but combine this. We can take attack, we can even take 1 armor. Reroll. This is, I think, is a nice stat buff, which we'll give to the slime, because that is definitely going to stay to the end. 6 gold left. More slime, very nice. We will figure out the ordering later. And do we need more slug? I don't think so. We can combine this for the level 3. Maybe not so interested in brawlers either. And we can sell this for 1. So basically it's also free to buy, sell these. These common pets. So this, I think it's the toadstool, right? You can basically actually always buy sell if you have a free spot. So maybe I should also keep an eye out for that. Or I'm missing something. So not interested in slimes. Maybe not interested in freezing in general, because on the next turn we are going to unlock rares. So everybody is summoning. They have a 17 attack, 1 health slug. But this thing has 10 health. But we have a slime, which means we have a lot of summons, so we win here against Superauto Gaming actually. So hello. So now we are looking for specifically Scout. Looks a bit like the emoji, right? The dino emote. And then general upgrades of the knights we already have. There's more slime. So I think we are going to sell this one. Bring in another slime. We don't need to combine. I do need to unlock. This also summons a Maniac, which does 3 damage. So maybe it's also nice to buy a Warlord, just for some variety. So I'll combine this, but it does give us one less summon. But it can give us a nice reward, but not these ones. So we can get another free spot. And I think I'm going to take that, because that's basically 3 gold saved. We'll bring in the Warlord. 4 gold left. Three gold left, roll. And we can buy another slime. So we have a lot of slimes here. The brawler in the back. And I think that's our team. Not many other decisions to make. Not interested in more brawlers. So I think it's cool that we now also have the Warlord, which has basically feint damage. They have a lot of skeletons. Level 13. They took out our brawler. Basically, we do not really benefit from all these summons until we get this. I forgot the name. So we might again lose. No, we do take the win here. And this is the thing. Is this the thing? No, this is the thing we are looking for. The scout. So maybe... yeah, maybe just get rid of Brawler. Why not? So we get 2 gold because it's a level 2, I assume. Put this in the back. And then buy more slime. Tempted to level up, but let's roll first, because then we can buff maybe our scout a bit. Here's another slime. I do want health for our... yeah, that's very nice. 4 health. For our scout here, so that it does not get sniped so easily. This will summon 2. So we'll put that in the back. Of course, we do have space now. We have 4 gold left. And we are currently on 40% odds for this row. So I'm contemplating between buying a slot and rolling. Maybe I'll roll. More slimes. Definitely. Oh, maybe I can just buy the slime, right? So let's do that then. And then roll one more. And one more slime. So beautiful. We are with a full board of slimes almost. This is the huge level 3 slime, but doesn't have space to summon, I think. No. So that's a little tactical error there. You need space for the summons. They will summon in the same row. So we do get the 2 summons here. But we have this hugely growing scout. So this is a quick win. Oh yeah, don't think we saw that yet. But if it takes too long to fight, if it takes 5 of these cycles, I think, then everybody starts getting poisoned. A bit like probably other games, but Crops is one of the games that basically has overtime to make sure that the fights end in time. Let's level up here. And this is kind of cool, right? This is a little bit, so I can now get a higher tier knight in the shop. So I do just want to take it for the gamble, right? So now we have the purple witch, which is also a buffer. Of course, when I'm only going for summons, I'm not sure whether I even need to take it. And which... oh, the odds do get very... so that's kind of cool, right? The odds are still very rare to get these purple epics. What do we want? Ranger, that would be very nice. That would be sick. Because that also goes on ally dies. End of turn. This is what we have in shop. Ally sold. This is also a sick one, I think, the chieftain. This is very cool, but I think the lightning bolt means it can be used only 2 times per round. But still, I think this can go out of hand very quickly, the chieftain. Lord of the Forest summons a guardian. If there's an empty slot ahead. So it... oh yeah, so it can does that 3 times. And then the zombie. So I'm now just a live, basically a bit of a live play. I think I am going to buy this thing. Although it will only sell for 1, so it's very expensive maybe to do. So maybe I'll have to ignore it. Just wasted a bit of my level up rewards. I'm basically looking for scouts, but did we get value of this? I don't know, but I think I am going to invest in some more of these warlords. Here we have the wizard after attack. Also, so this is like splash damage. Not for now, but interesting to see. Maybe I didn't even get as far as getting these purple characters in previous runs. And do we need more slimes? I think we can use some more. I can combine here even. Wait, yeah, I think I am going to invest in more slimes. And then we have one more warlord, which we definitely want to freeze. But it would be nice to get a bigger scout as well. We face Hirsch again. They have the clerk. So they have a big mercenary in the back, which on hurt deals extra damage. So that could be scary. So let's see how big our scout gets. We get into overtime. That's not good for our tiny guys. But we get our hit off first. So maybe that's a draw or maybe a win by virtue of our summons. Yes, we win. There's our second scout. Maybe we want to run it separate, right? For now. Okay, give more health to this one. Run it like... Wait. And then I'm wasting summons. So maybe run it like this. Level up here. So we can get a... Yeah, I think we have to do it... Oh no, we don't have... If we had a purple, I'd do it. But I want to see one of the highest tiers one. But now I'm going to re-roll. You can get 4 protection of negative buffs. This also might block the overtime poison. But I'm not sure if that was our biggest trap. And we can give 1 XP, so that's something we really want. So let me give. So that's a very nice level up reward. So now I'm tempted to combine, but I think running separate is still better. And I do want to unlock more slots. And then we can fill it with 1 more scout, but we don't have the money. Oh yeah, so we are just out of money right now. So we have 3 hearts, so let's just get into the battle. Looking very similar, but they have the ranger. That's something I really want, and that's kind of scary because that can waste our summons, like here. They wasted the summons of this slime by doing attack to random places. Very tempting to compare it with the Super Auto Pets, but I think it's also fun to try to learn these things by itself in this world. It does look very scary because they keep sniping us with this ranger. But we have a lot of stats as well, and this ranger guy does not have a lot of stats, and especially when we get into overtime, it's better to have 1 big lump of heart than lots of little lumps of hearts. So we take the win here, I assume. That's 6 trophies. I'm starting to believe, but that's a bit early. And here's my first legendary thing, which is the Golden Knight. Which is a very good buy-sell pet without a trigger limit. So And it costs 5, but I do think I have to just buy this. Because we will get a lot of stats. And then I can buy this. And it should, yeah, it should just buff a random thing. So we are not going to sell anything anymore. I can give 5 thorns. So this is my brain just breaking on this information. We deal 1 per stack. And that just means the amount of thorns, I think, to attacking heroes. And that... So when we get attacked, we do 5 damage and then remove by 1. So the next time we get attacked, we deal 4 extra damage. So it could be cool to put this on our scout here. Also still just experimenting. Then roll. Ally summoned. So this is the big version of the... This is the king of the level 1 brawler. And it gives 2/2. But I'm not sure if that is that interesting for us. I do want to buy more scouts, so I am going to freeze that. And look, our shop size also increased. We roll. Is there a specific... Yeah, this is our summon unique, right? Or what is called legendary. Ally dies. If ally was not a skeleton, summon a skeleton. So that's also... the necromancer is also insane with this build. But we now get into a position where money becomes very scarce. They have the level 2.66 scout. And our legendary really doesn't matter a lot. So we have to buy cheaper pets. Invest more in cheaper pets than in expensive pets. But I think because we have double scout, we should just get this right. The witch is not a summon support. Now we have 2 big units versus their 1 big unit. So Scorm Shell, we beat you as well. I think, yeah. 7 wins. We buy this one. So we have to keep them separate now because we are buffing random. So maybe now the shop speed is too high. I missed what was buffed by the Golden Knight. Press rewind if you want to see. Would I still take a ranger if I found one? Maybe, because I can. Well, yeah, maybe. I think more summons would be nicer. Chieftain for a different build. Witch, different build. Witch, so I have to remember the art and the names. That's something we really want. So am I going to combine this? Although it is very expensive. So maybe it's not worth. We can buy another warlord. Where leveling doesn't really do a lot. But maybe just buy it for the 2/2. Which are given to the slug. So we have quite a decent front line. Not interested in upgrading Golden Knight anymore. Thief. Steals 2 from all buffs. Not sure what that means. Maybe that's all these special things. And then pest doctor. So I have to still read all these pets. So also I'm of course trying to form my opinion on this game, both as a player, as a streamer, and also as a hobbyist game developer at least. But I think it's also a bit too early. So right now I'm just sharing my first things that come to mind. And also I'm just very cool that these guys are building this thing, and I hope everything works out. So it will take some time for me to really form my thoughts. So maybe I can give my first impressions, right? And not like try to already find out what's the long-term good things and bad things about this game. So one thing is, but that's just for me, it's very busy, this battle fight. So I think that's the main thing, that I get overwhelmed a lot, but maybe that would happen in any game. Maybe that's just a me thing again. But yeah, so maybe that's my biggest complaint, if you will. And then if you already are familiar with Super Auto Pads, I think apart from that, it's very easy to get into. And I right now I'm just ignoring the fact that you can already look ahead. But I think that is both cool. It's a difficult choice and annoying. So right now I'm, like I said, I'm just annoying, but I'm just ignoring it because I don't like this positioning. But it's also cool that you can do it. More slimes, yes please. Maybe even run it separate. So now we have the full board here. This is also crazy, right? If you can revive the slime or revive the warlord. Also for next time. I don't think there's time to bring in new pets. So a level on this scout would be really cool. And then, yeah, maybe that's it, right? Of course, we will still buy slimes just for the stats. So we are looking for slimes and scouts, basically, I think. But then, can we even get those? 10% chance. So now that's also quite interesting, right? That it's if you rely on these low level things that you cannot find them anymore. Yeah, okay, that's something I need to keep into account if we get into the late turns, that you basically have to pivot for that reason. So maybe I will pivot if I find more summon pets. This is the huge toadstool. Really like the high level sprites. This is some big stats on this golem. And it has 8 what's it called, armor as well. So let's see if we can win. We have 3 hearts and we have the big double scout, while they have only 1 scout. So if we can trade these out, I think we are good. But we didn't make any progress towards this golem. But we will one-shot it here. And we will one-shot here, so maybe we're good. But we also have this toadstool to worry about. Yeah. Yeah, we are good, right? But it's very close. We had 4 HP remaining on our last guy. That brings us to 9 trophies. So do we want to then go for the king? Because we are not going to find any more slimes. Well, it only gives 2. So that's not going to make a huge difference, I think. But I have to buy something. Well, I don't have to, but maybe combine just to see what happens with the upgrades. Can move this one forward and summon 3 slimes. Yeah, it's difficult, so I didn't think that far ahead. Maybe just get rid of Slug. It's only 1 summon, right? So it's a lot of stats, but apart from that... Yeah, maybe I have to go Ranger. Get rid of Golden Knight. Didn't get that much value, so we are now going Ranger. A bit late and also hard to protect. If we find some other summon pet and enough gold. Maybe this is our ticket. 5 gold. We have 5 gold. And what do we want to revive? The Ranger, maybe. So then we can run it like... How are we going to do this? think we swap these two. I want to put this behind that one, so maybe run it behind here. So do it like this. And then we combine slimes here. And now we are in the position where we want everything in the back, but we can't. We get a free XP. So maybe it's just one big scout. We can then we combine too early. Should have bought the angel first, probably. Do we want more XP? Well, too late. We got it. Oh, yeah. This is just bad decisions all around, I think. Hopefully, we do not get punished. Otherwise, we can't come back. So I'm now just trying to keep this ranger alive by virtue of this angel. Of course, the angel can die as well. And the damage is 2. And now our scout is already in the front, but it still can gain stats if it doesn't die. But it will need to tank a lot of damage. This slime here is not even close to coming to the front. But I think we are good, right? Because we will summon some more with this slime. And they have only low things. With a lot of attack. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Or is this a draw? Or is this a turn order issue? Oh, we are not poisoned. So we are only now poisoned. And we lose because we are in the top row and the poison triggers first. Crazy battle, but I basically ruined my team, I think. But we have 2 hearts, maybe we can come back. Yeah, maybe this ranger is not too interesting. I want to resummon warlord. Bring this in for now. Maybe just buy a random slug. So we have something and then roll. What's this? Necromancer. Yeah, I think the Necromancer is just strictly better than what we have. So we freeze that. Maybe go for level 2 Angel. That allows us to summon a couple of Warlords. And I think we have to switch this a bit. Maybe like this. And let's just see. Oh, I have some coins to spend. Not interested in even more angels. Level 2 angel already too much, I think. They have a lot of modifiers on their knights. There's very strong base stats, probably from this golden knight. So again, everything depends basically on our scout here. We have the double maniac, which does some damage to the back. Already time for poison. Bit early. A bit chaos. Oh yeah, also good to mention that I'm streaming this on my Mac from my Windows. So maybe the visual quality is not a perfect representation of how it looks on if you run it directly on your computer. So I have a 9085 scout, but it doesn't say everything. But we do get it here. But this level 2 angel, yeah. And we won the run. So that's very lucky. That's good that I was recording basically. I am leveling up a lot. Level 7 here with our beautiful team. So again, wishlist on Steam. I think it's fun. The pricing, I don't know really. But the demo is already a lot of fun. And I think that's it. There is survival mode, but I think this video is long enough. So in any case, thanks for watching.